I'm gonna show you how I do my eyeliner with an outer wing and kind of like the inner corner drawn. It took me a while to get this down. I've made many eyeliner tutorial on this channel, but I do have hooded eyes. So I'll show you the techniques that I use to get it to look like this. And also, like, this is what works for me. Everyone's eye shape is completely different, and even if you have hooded eyes, they may be totally different than my hooded eyes. What works for one person is not gonna work for another person. But hopefully this works for one of you, or many of you, preferably. And even if you don't have hooded eyes, you can still take away something from just like me showing you how I do the inner corner part. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Let's get into it. So I just use a white liner. I mean, listen, she's small, but she's mighty, okay? Okay, so there's a little white liner and I kind of drag it into the tear duct. And sometimes I'll throw some in here too. Yeah, I genuinely don't know how this eyeliner is still hanging on. My tried and true LA Girl strobe powder. I just pack that over top. I also forgot to finish my freaking freckles. Freckle intermission. So I'm actually gonna be doing the eyeliner on my more hooded eye. If you look, I have a little more lid space on this eye and then a little less lid space on this eye. So this one's a little trickier, but that's okay. So I use 3 different kinds of eyeliner in order to get it right, get it right, get it right, get it tight. I use a pen liner on the top because it doesn't transfer onto the hood. I use a liquid liner for most of the wing, again, because it doesn't transfer onto the hood, whereas like the gel liner does transfer. Then I use the gel liner for the inner corner because I'm able to get the most precise inner corner that way. Sorry if this is going in and out of focus. It's on manual focus to just be like on my eye. So let's begin. This is the Stila Stay All Day waterproof liner. A lot of the liners I have, I just kind of like acquire. My favorite one is the Eddie Funkhauser one. So I'm just going to line my upper eyelid. I'm just gonna kind of stamp it along, making it as thin as possible, which I'm not the best at, but that's okay. A lot of people don't think I have hooded eyes because I have big eyes, but the two are not mutually exclusive, you guys. Now I'm going to take the liquid liner and I'm gonna draw a line like kind of straight out this way. I try not to like curve it up too much like I normally do with like when I do a regular wing, because I want it to be kind of like more sharp and not like as curvy-wurvy. So I do like as straight of a line as possible here. I would normally kind of go like, ooh, like that, like kind of one of those situations. But in this case, you kind of want to look straight forward at your eye and draw like a straight line from here. Now you're going to be going over this crease. It's going to look really strange. It's going to look all jagged and bad, but we'll fix that up at the end. So you just want to take, like I said, straight line from here and then match it with that. Now I'm gonna draw a line, match the wing to the liner. Now a lot of people do this like bat wing shape and they're like, oh, if you have hooded eyes, you just have to do this like bat wing shape, because when your eye is open, it looks like a regular wing, but then like when your eye is closed, you have like this unique shape. I would rather just have like a seamless as possible, like regular looking wing. So I'm going to just close my eye and then try to connect the line into this more seamlessly. Of course my liner is like drying up and I'm gonna need a new one, but whatever. And again, the reason why I cannot use my gel liner, even though it's my favorite for that, is because as soon as I do this, if I open my eye, then it's all gonna be up here. Liquid liner, like this one, dries like matte a lot faster. Okay, so it's still a little jagged. We will fix that up. But at this point, I just fill in the wing. And I like to fill it in with the gel liner just because I like the finish of it better. But again, like I said, I have to fill in the top part with the liquid liner, otherwise it will transfer. Now I'm gonna go in with the gel liner. This is a silicone Real Techniques brush. It's just like a little point, and I love using this for my eyeliner to fill it in because it's like such a sharp point. And this is also what I'm gonna use for the inner corner. This is also good for like sharpening up any potential mistakes if you don't feel like going in with concealer and you haven't gotten to the point of no return yet where your wing is like super huge. Like, you know, sometimes like you just have to go in with the concealer because by the end of it, it's like whack, whack, whack. So now when I'm looking straight, you can see there's still like a weird disconnect. It always looks better once you put your lashes on. So now what I'm gonna do is continue to fill in this gap and continue to connect it to my existing liner with the matte liquid liner. This takes a lot of trial and error, and a lot of it's gonna feel like very wrong compared to the way you're used to doing your makeup. Like I would never use this much eyeliner in the outer corner of my eye, but it needs to be done. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now I'm gonna go in with the pen liner again and just try to like sharpen everything up and like smooth it all out. You're not supposed to pull on your eyelid, but like I feel like sometimes you need to, just especially because like, you know, eyelids have like creases and little like fine lines and stuff like that. So sometimes you need to just give it a little pull, gentle, to go in and just smooth this line out. Sorry, my hand is like over my mouth, so I'm all muffled. I'm definitely not an expert at this technique. I'm trying. So as you can see, there is the line. I've never been able to achieve eyeliner that looked like this ever. And again, a lot of these like imperfections will be covered when you put your lashes on, so hooray. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the inner corner part. And this, I'm gonna use the silicone Real Techniques brush again, and it's the e.l.f. gel liner. I accidentally said liquid when I was recording this. And for some reason, I don't know, this doesn't look as sharp on camera, but in person, like, it looks sharp as a knife. So I'm a little confused. So I'm gonna just take a little bit of the product, not too much, because then it can go bad a lot quicker. You can always add, it's a lot harder to take away. Also, I wanna mention, like, I have like eyelashes and hairs that literally grow on the inner corner, and that makes it really, really hard to do this. So I did pluck some of them out, and I just want to say that because I felt like I never heard anybody talk about it, and if you have that, like, it's normal. You're not like abnormal for having that. It's like you can have like small hairs that grow pretty much like anywhere along your lash lines, or like, you know, in this area even, like I had to pluck hairs that were like growing here because they were in the way. So it's normal. It's okay. It happens, and if it's in the way, you can get rid of them. All right, so first I'm gonna attach. I'm gonna start penciling downward from the existing line on my lid, super gently and thin. And then I'm gonna follow the shape of my inner corner and just drag it down like that. And then I'm gonna connect it to my inner tear duct very carefully and gently and lightly. Okay, so that's just a little one, and you can continue to like build on it from there. I think I'm gonna do a little more. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna blend this with the back of my brush so it doesn't start transferring. Definitely not a formal technique, but sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. So that's this eye. So I just realized I'm like calling this a pen liner the entire time because I couldn't figure out the word that I was looking for. Felt tip liner, felt tip eyeliner. Every time you have heard me say pen liner, just pretend I was saying felt tip. I mean, it is like a pen, but like felt tip liquid liner. Yeah, lashes just pull everything together. Like, they literally will save a look, guaranteed every time. These are the Ardell. Dude, something I always forget because I just go look in my order history and I purchase them again, but I talked about them in a favorites video. Now I'm gonna put mascara on my lower lashes, and that will like fully complete the look. The Essence Lash Princess waterproof one. All right, that's it. That's how I do my liner. Hope you liked my little tutorial slash how I do it. Talk to you next time. Bye.